I'm just going to go over like a couple basic things on how I found to get interest in business. And I think a lot of it comes down to, do you have influence over people in your network? Micah? Whatever. Okay, well, he's just going to eat goldfish off of my lap this whole time. And who are you even trying to reach? And I think that's the biggest thing that we're going to focus on is who in your network, or when you're posting, are you like, I really hope they see this? Or when you're messaging, I really want them to be a part of this journey, whether it's a customer or an ambassador. And if you don't have that written down, okay, well, he's going to hang up before we try to do anything. If you don't have that written down, definitely spend some time figuring out who it is that I want to reach most effectively. They're not the safe people that will buy from you just because you ask nicely. It's not the person that, fills every criteria that Plexus could help with. It's those people that you're afraid to reach out. So those dream builders that are like-minded with you and that can run alongside of you in this business. And so if you don't have that list of like who it is, or even if it's like a phrase, like some people like Rachel is extremely like crunchy. And so a lot of her network is crunchy moms. Like I'm not crunchy, so I'm not going to try to reach out to those moms. Like that's not my network. But my network are people who are my age, young moms, young college students, and just people who like want to see their life look better and be better. And that's my network. And it doesn't have to be like some crazy narrowed down to a T who you're looking for. But if you don't have that, you're going to get lost in the crowd. You're just going to be looking and pulling from everyone. You're going to have weak customers and you're going to have weak ambassadors. And you don't want that because that will make a very weak team and you'll get very bogged down quickly. So figure out who you're trying to reach. And then from there, your social media needs to reflect that. How you post on Instagram and how you post on, what do you want? Are you giving them your goldfish? That was so nice of you. Yeah, so nice of you. There you go. This is so fantastic. All right, child. Cool. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, your Facebook needs to reflect who you're trying to reach, and you're not moving from there. You're not, please stop. Mommy's never going to be able to post this on YouTube because they're going to see how crazy you are. Awesome. I promise he's not like this all the time. He just hates me. So if you're trying to reach people who are going to be professional business builders, do you have a Facebook that looks professional? Do you have a Facebook? Are you going to eat them right out of my hand? Cool. You're a dog. Cool. Does your Facebook reflect something that is business minded? Would people want to join your team by looking at your profile? Something I've realized is that Google Images and Pinterest are not the place to find anything Plexus related. If you have to Google to find your Plexus post, please tell me before you do that and before you post, because a lot of times they're not compliant. They're extremely salesy. The quality of the picture is absolutely horrible. Yes, they're absolutely horrible. And you don't want people to go to your profile and look and be extremely turned off by what they see that you've been posting. Especially the ones that are super salesy and grainy. I see those so often, and it like even as a Plexus ambassador, I'm like turned off and I want to unfollow that person right away because it looks that bad. So yeah, keep that in mind when posting and like looking for influence. You're not going to have the influence if those are what your posts look like. And also I'm going to post like a bunch of do not post example pictures on the team page. So if you think that, if you have to question, maybe this is something I shouldn't post, you can go and look. And if they kind of match up, it's a good idea to maybe not post that. And there's tons of posts. I know a lot of you guys are really worried about like compliance, and you don't want to break compliance, and you don't want to get an email from the company saying that we've shut down your account because you're posting the wrong thing. But that shouldn't hold you back from posting. There's tons of ambassadors that are still posting, that are still gaining businesses. And if they can still post and manage their business, then so can we. And so if you ever have questions, like, feel free to ask me. I know Rachel's always open. If I don't know the answer, a lot of times I have to ask Rachel anyway if it's something that we can post. But if it's salesy, grainy, don't do it. Don't do it at all. Another thing is going on your Facebook. This is a huge reason why people do not have interest or influence on their Facebook, is what they're posting in between Plexus posts. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal. Like, it's your personal Facebook. You should be able to post whatever you want. That is true. You can post whatever you want. Just know that what you post reflects not only you, but it's also reflecting your business. And if you are posting extremely controversial stuff, if you are, bless you, if you are sharing 10 videos from 10 different websites every single day, and there's only one maybe grainy Plexus post in there, you're not going to have influence, and people are going to want to unfollow you, not because of your Plexus post, because of your other posts. And so even if you have friends that are constantly tagging you and stuff, and, you know, sending you silly links on your Facebook or whatever it is, that needs to stop as well, because people look at that and they're like, I don't want to see that. I don't get that inside joke. Please stop. Yeah, you see yourself. You think you're so cute. People see that and they're like, oh, I don't even want to follow this person. This makes me like, I have nothing to input onto their Facebook. Can you not? Oh, you want to play If You're Happy to Know It? He's trying to clap my hands. All right, clapping. You're clapping mommy's hands. So if you have friends that love to tag you and stuff, or people who love to share pointless articles on your Facebook, or pointless photos that are funny but could have been sent via text or messenger. Honey, mommy's talking. Yeah. Okay. Can you not touch? So yeah, if you have friends who love to post on your Facebook, oh my goodness, I don't know what you want. I would really suggest that you guys use the privacy setting, that before anyone can post on your wall, you have to approve it. If someone tries to tag you in something, you have to approve it. Because I have like, my sister will post stuff on my wall, which is fine. I don't mind it, and I'll usually accept it. But if you're getting tagged in like random photos, or, you know, an inappropriate joke or whatever it is, that's showing up on your Facebook, and your network seeing that. And that's like probably a huge turnoff. When I even go and like look at people I would love as ambassadors on my team, I look at their profile. I'm like, are people sharing too much? Okay, you're gonna hang up and mommy's not gonna be happy. Do people tag them in stupid stuff? Are people is it mostly other people writing on their wall and not their own post? As soon as I see that, I cross it off the list, because I don't want someone whose Facebook isn't pretty to look at on my team. Are you gonna stand up and wave to people? Yeah, he's just loving flirting with you, Sam. He's all about that. Jeez. Yeah, so that's just with like Facebook. That's probably a huge reason why you might not get interest on your business, or even as a, you know, you as a person, is because of what. Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. Child, you're making, it's going to be the greatest video in the world. So yeah, that has to do with like your actual public profile, that I've seen a lot of help once you've like flipped your Facebook and not just interacting with people. Okay, buddy, you need to not do that. Thank you. But also cleaning up your Facebook and going through. And if you don't know where to start with that, like, I am more than open to help audit your Facebook page. I know Rachel's auditing all of her level 1 pages. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't know what your Facebook looks like, if you have like a even amount of posting to Plexus to personal to influential posts, let me know. Like I've really been working on my posting and how that can help my network as well. Because I've gotten to a point where I feel like I've reached out to like my specific group of people I was targeting, and now I'm having to expand. And so let me know if you guys need help with that. Yes, I know, honey. They're only going to be able to hear you and not me. Yes. Yes. Okay. Also, call to actions are huge, and I feel like they're not hit on as much. And if you guys don't know what a call to action is, it's when you post anything knowing for a fact that you're going to get more than 3 likes and 3 comments. So a lot of times, can you not? Do you want to watch Mickey Mouse on Mommy's phone? A lot of times with a call to action, you can ask a question like, what's your favorite movie, or any new Netflix series to watch, or what's your favorite 4th of July activity? You're going to get a lot of interaction on that. And you're going to open up your network to everyone who's commented on that and more. A huge thing I just realized that was my huge call to action, which I'm super proud of myself, was my pregnancy post. I got like 500 likes on there. I was like, welcome to my network, people. Shameless right there. But doing stuff like that is going to be super beneficial. And I think a lot of people are afraid to post and then like get crickets on their post, which is like probably the most like awkward and embarrassing thing you can do when you post as an ambassador, is to be like, here's a great post, and then like no one comment on it. And so, I mean, Ashley and Rachel on their team page, they have a, can I get some love on this post? And you can post on there, ask for, you know, some bumps and likes, and all you have to do in return is talk with and comment and post on everyone else who commented before and after you. So it takes some time, but if you really want that interaction, you have to be willing to give that interaction so people see your posts, including personal and business posts. So that's with public stuff. And then going down to just networking in general and getting interest is, who are you messaging and what are you saying to them? I know we talk about, like, you never want to cold message someone. You never, ever want to get on Messenger and be like, hey, have you heard about Plexus? Here's my website. Like, please don't ever do that. But you can't just play it safe with all the safe people who you know could, you know, say no to you, and it's not going to hurt your feelings. And if you keep playing it safe with all those people, like whether they're just like your really close friend or your really close family, you're going to get to the end of the road and be like, well, where's everyone else? I don't even have really a network. And then, oh, don't do that. No one wants to see mommy's messy room. You want to plug in mommy's phone? You can plug in mommy's phone. There you go. And so really look at who you're messaging and figure out, are these safe people that I'm messaging, or are these people that I could really benefit from? Can you not do that? Here, let's plug it in this way. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, so yeah, look who you're messaging. Donna Lee posted this thing where she had everyone message 3 to 5 people a day. And it doesn't have to do anything with Plexus, but when you are very used to talking to people, people are going to ask about the business once the conversation is over, like, hi, how are you? Do you know how to interact in those conversations if they're not the safe people that you can stumble over your words with? Are they, you know, they're not going to judge you if you're like, you don't have everything right. Figuring out those safe people and then removing them off your list and focusing on the people that could really benefit your business. Not that the safe people can't, but you're going to run out of those people. And then, so yeah, if you're messaging 3 to 5 people a day, Plexus will come up in the conversation, whether they're follow-ups of people you talked to previously, or people who are just watching your Facebook and you've just rekindled that friendship with them. And you need to figure out, are you confident in this conversation? Are you the one leading this conversation, or what are you doing? I don't even know what you opened on mommy's phone. What did you open? I have no idea what you opened, child. What did you open? No. No, bad idea. Cool. Sorry, he was airplaying something into my living room. Anyway, are you confident when you're messaging people and they ask, what is Plexus? Are you able to tell them without word vomiting what Plexus is? When someone asks you, how much is it, or is it too expensive? Do you know what to say without them never messaging you back again or saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested? Are you watching this? Oh, I know. And so I would really challenge you, like, it's okay if you're not confident in that. That just means let's figure out a way to get you confident in that. Is that role playing and you talking to me and, you know, me helping coach you to be like, oh yeah, that's something you can say or that's something you shouldn't say. Or is that more, do we need to do more training videos on that of what to say when a customer asks, well, what's Plexus? And without you saying, you know, a 5-paragraph thing about what in the world Plexus is. Yes. Okay. Are you watching that? Here. All right, then. Hold on, we have to start Mickey Mouse on Mommy's phone. There we go. There, it's Mickey Mouse. Oh, you want me to hold it? Okay. Oh, okay. Well then. Thank you for not behaving. Don't pull on Mommy's cord. I love you. Why are you acting like this? All right. Anyway, mom life, guys. Mom life. It's the best. Yeah, so really figure out if you're confident in this company that you're promoting, because if you're not, your potentials are going to see right through that, whether you think that or not, whether you feel like you're faking it extremely well. A lot of people can read right through that uncertainty of what you're saying, especially if you're face-to-face. Oh, you want me to plug in the phone? I feel like Facebook Messenger can help us lie a lot of how confident we are in ourselves. And that can hinder us when, you know, we want to hand out a business card or we want to wear a Plexus shirt and then someone's going to walk up to us and ask and it's going to be stuttering over your words. And so I would really suggest focusing if you aren't confident into doing that. And can you not do that? Can you not? Okay. And also don't be afraid to bring up Plexus in the conversation. I feel like, for me at least, I get really worried, like, oh, is this the appropriate time to bring up Plexus? Should I type the P word into Messenger? What? Do you want to go get your shoes so we can go outside? Yeah, we're going to go outside. How about you go find your shoes for Mommy? And the answer is yes, it's always a good time to bring up Plexus. Yes, the P word should never be something that you're afraid to type, say, or use in a sentence. And there is never a wrong time to bring up Plexus. It's what's wrong about it is how awkwardly you bring it up or how inappropriately you plug in Plexus. You know, if you're trying to start a conversation with someone, you don't want to be like, hey, how are you? Good, how are you? Great, have you heard about Plexus? Yeah, that's not appropriate. So don't bring it up then. But if you're having a conversation and you ask them like, oh, what are you doing right now? Like, what job do you have? And they're like, oh, I work at Starbucks and I make coffee. Okay, you don't have to wait for them to ask you like, well, what do you do? You can just be like, oh, cool. And then just bring in Plexus. Like, well, I work with Plexus Worldwide. Have you ever heard of Plexus? And just go from there. Like, it doesn't have to be awkward. And if they say yes, just be like, awesome. How did you hear about it? It doesn't have to be like this salesy pitch. That can be, oh my goodness. How is Toy Story playing on Mommy's phone? This is so weird. I don't know how it's playing. Let's do that. Are we gonna have to end this because you're getting whiny? Yeah. Man, toddler life, guys. Okay. Yeah, don't be ever afraid to bring up plexus in the conversation. Even as like your first interaction, because it's not like you're trying to sell them or get them to join the business. You're just like putting it out there. Can you wave hi? Hi. Oh, I love you. I love you. Yeah, so you can even use plexus. You don't have to like have like this huge long conversation with people. And I think what we get so used to is like, okay, so we have warm contacts. We follow up with them. We still, are asking them about life. We're asking them about school. And then we'll bring up plexus. They don't really respond. And then so we just are like, oh, well, they didn't respond about plexus, so we'll just keep just talking to them about life. Well, your life is plexus, so you can keep talking about that. So when you're following up with people and they're like, well, how are you? You can be like, oh, man, just working super hard. I mean, you don't have to be like, here's a plexus pitch. Just use plexus and interact it into your conversations. People get a lot more intrigued with that when you're doing that. And so use that as just normal conversations as well, because they're going to see that it's a normal part of your life. You're not just using them over and over to solicit to them. You're not just using your Facebook over and over to solicit to them. And people start watching at that point, even if you're just bringing it up in a like very casual conversation and then ending the conversation. They're going to keep looking at your Facebook. They're going to retain that information, even if it's like a small amount, like, oh, plexus slim, she had energy that day. Cool. Okay, back there. And you're going to gain interest even in those small ways, more than just having those 50 warm contacts sitting in your messenger because you've been afraid to bring up the P word with them. Because they don't care about plexus unless we bring it up to them, because it's not on their, forefront of their brain. It's on their back burner, and they just scroll back through our Facebook. So those are like the main ways that I found that you can get interest. Is do you need to have the confidence is a huge one, and you have to continue to be consistent and look at your Facebook and see if it's something that you would want to follow. And I'm not going to jump like too much into like specific like branding stuff, which is huge, but we're going to be doing a branding series, like me and Rachel and a couple others, about how to make yourself a person of influence on Facebook and what that looks like. And it's like going to be a workshop of going through like figuring out like who you are and who you want plexus to represent in your life. And it really helped me. I did the branding workshop a little bit ago, and that's right when like my business like boomed, and like now I'm aiming for gold and senior gold and like further on, because I did this branding workshop and it helped me look at my Facebook and know like what in the world I was doing. So be looking out for information on that. I don't know when that's actually going to happen because Rachel's super busy and pushing for Emerald too. So that's a lot, but I can also work like one-on-one with branding, especially if you're like, I just want to get this done now. I don't want to wait 3 weeks. Like my business needs it now. I can go over branding stuff. I can go over like one-on-ones and figuring out like what plexus can be in your social media life and in your normal life that will win influence and win people over to you. So that's a huge one. So that's why I didn't go into it. But yeah, that's really it. I feel like a lot of times for me, I wasn't confident in the business, and I was really afraid to post certain things and really afraid to ask those questions and bring up plexus without someone liking my status first. And just because someone doesn't like a status doesn't mean they haven't watched you over the course of months being consistent. I'm pretty sure like almost like half of my ambassadors like never liked anything that I posted. So that's cool. So yeah, I think because people are like afraid, like, well, if I like it, am I going to get a message 2 minutes later? Because that's how other network marketing companies work. Like I posted on Instagram, or I liked a picture on Instagram, and literally like 30 seconds later, that person sent me the picture that I liked in my direct messages and was like, hey, Allie, I saw you like this. Is this something you'd be interested in? Like, nope, not interested. It works at all. Thank you. So yeah, that was a huge thing why people are really afraid to interact on our Facebooks. Nothing wrong with that business tactic. I just think it's cheesy. So please don't do that. So don't be afraid to reach out for people and like go like way past the people who have liked or interacted on your post. And if you haven't watched Crystal Wells' Expanding Your Network video, watch it and take a bajillion notes, because expanding your network is also like probably the one thing that could be holding you back. It was for me. So that's it. And I think obviously I have goldfish splashed all over my bed and all over my notebook. And yes, also, even if you're only watching this after it's been recorded, this week I'm doing one-on-ones with my level ones. And so if we haven't had a one-on-one yet, we need to, because I want to hear your guys' goals. I want to get you guys your first customer, your first ambassador, whatever it is that's your goal for July. I almost said June. It's July 4th. We need to get that on the books so I can help you guys, because I want to see you succeed. I want to help you guys get your first customer and feel that like super excitement of getting that email saying you have a new customer, or getting that first ambassador to help you start growing your team and going silver and getting that $100 bonus. So let's get that on my calendar so that we can do that. And there's also a bunch of Zooms going on this week. So if you guys can make it, even if you don't have your video turned on, they're really going to be super beneficial. And one more thing, the $19.99 is still going on from now through the 7th. So you have like 4 more days of pushing for that. And that's a huge thing. $19.99 or any deal like that. And the company posts usually twice a year. So if they're waiting for an opportunity, this might be the only opportunity that comes up for a while. So make sure you're pushing about that. Make sure you're posting about that. And I think that's it. Oh, do you have a question? Or do you just raise your hand? Okay. Oh, and thank you, Montana. And oh my goodness, there's like 10 things going on. I need to have more of a notebook going on. And there's the 7-day challenge that's starting on Sunday the 10th. And it's not too late for them to order and for you to be reaching out to people, because shipping has been phenomenal. And even if they ordered on Wednesday and Thursday, they either will get it like Saturday, Monday, or Tuesday. And so they can start 2 days late. It's going to be, I'm going to, have a bunch of stuff going on the page. So it's not too late for them to jump in. And so post about the 7-day challenge. That's how I got my first 5 customers and got commissions qualified. So if you don't know what the 7 days challenge is, message me about it later, because I'm running out of time. All right, that's it. And I really hope for Montana and Sam that it benefited you guys, and anyone who ends up watching this recording benefits. All right, where's my off button? Oh, I probably should end the recording. And